Hey, it's Avi. Today, I'm speaking to all the guitarists, keyboardists, and instrumentalists who are having trouble with finger or chord transitions. This is a stepping stone that everybody has to master in order to gain proficiency. So I thought I'd show you guys my technique for how to get these chord transitions down super fast so that you can just start playing and rocking along to your favorite song, or even writing songs of your own. In fact, if you're interested in writing your own songs and need a little bit of help getting them off the ground, check out my 3-step song starter. It's a simple PDF designed to get you writing and having fun while doing it in just a few minutes. Head to justwritemusic.com/songstarter. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. So, chord transitions. The bane of all beginner guitarists. If you're here, you're probably tired of taking forever to get in and out of that D major chord. That D major chord sucks, it's not you. Well, don't you worry, I've been teaching guitar for years and I've been refining my technique for how to get these chord transitions down fast. No joke, here we go. I call my method for transitioning between chords on guitar high-intensity chord switching. In the fitness world, there is a type of exercising called high-intensity interval training. In HIIT training, you increase the volume and intensity of an exercise at a very rapid pace. Like instantly. If your running app has ever asked you to run for a few minutes and then sprint for 30 seconds, you've done HIIT training. Congratulations. It sucks. The goal here physiologically is to keep your body guessing, which will break down more muscles and work out your muscles harder. This in turn will burn more calories. Turns out this works really, really well for practicing chord transitions too. Just like in HIIT training, we're gonna take the two chords you wanna practice and we're going to switch between them very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. First, you just gotta choose those two chords. That's number one. Step one, choose the chords. I'm going to pick G and D, because that's a really, really classic one that a lot of people have trouble with. Them G's and them D's. Getting in and out. No sir, not fun. So we're gonna do G and D. You wanna strum just once between each chord. So one G, one D, just like that. Repeat this cycle, like a lot. Count to 20 at first, with each switch being 1, 2, 3. Now once you get to 20, move on from there. Go to 30, go to 40, go to 50, go to 60. More numbers. You don't even have to do with just one chord. You can add a third chord in there, or you can just choose other chords and use those. If you get bored, your fingers after a while are going to start to feel a little bit achy, a little bit sore, kind of like you're working them out because you're doing just that. But we're not just gonna stop there. In order to take this just a step further, what we're gonna wanna do is to vary the tempo, or vary the speed. This is how we really take things to the next level and really supercharge our progress. Now we're not just going through the chords, but we're also going through the chords at different speeds. This seems obvious, but you don't know what you don't know. The fact of the matter is, this is a time-tested way to practice any piece of music and works super well for chord transitions. There's a lot of different names for it, but I call it workshopping. Everything else about high-intensity chord switches stays the same. So take your two chords and strum only once, just like before. First, we're going to play as quickly as we can. We're going to get to the chord. We're going to get our fingers in place, no matter what it takes, as fast as we can, with no regard for how it actually sounds in the end. And we're going to juxtapose that. We're going to supplement that with playing extremely slowly. Crazy slow. Super slow motion. Not just regular slow motion, super slow motion. Yes, that slow. Seriously, I'm still talking about it because no one ever actually understands how slow you really need to go. This is when we're able to focus on accuracy. Really focus on accuracy and how the strings sound. We're giving ourselves all the time in the world and physically moving in slow motion, not just trying to futz with it and get it right, but moving extremely slowly. Watch me as I'm switching between the G and D here. I'm gonna move crazy slow, and that's exactly what I want you to do. As you're doing this, watch your fingers. Very slow. Here's a quick tip for when you're doing it fast and for when you're doing it slow. When you're switching, try to move your fingers in groups. Notice how I'm switching from G to D here. My first two fingers are moving on their own as a group, and my third finger is moving on its own, going up to the second string. Cool beans. Right? So move your fingers in groups. And the only way you can figure out where the fingers are going and actually process it is by going very slowly. Take advantage of your fingers moving in the same direction. Rather than moving each finger individually, you're cutting a ton of time out of that process, which makes you switch chords faster. Use the same counting scheme that we came up with earlier, right? Go to 20, go to 30, go to 40, go to 50. Go to the numbers. Say you started slow, once you get to 20, go fast. And then once you get to 40, go slow again. And then once you get to 60, go fast again. Go back and forth like this at least 3 to 5 times. The reason why this works is because you're allowing your brain to process this motion in multiple ways. When we go fast, we're focusing on the big motions, just getting our fingers in position. When we go slow, we're focusing on the finer details. We're focusing on how we get there, where the fingers are going, and what the tone sounds like at the end. Doing both will make you so much better, so much faster. Now, there's one more part to this that's going to really, really help hammer everything that we've talked about in. Like, really hammer it in so that this stuff actually works for you. What I want you to do is to apply it to a song. Now that you've actually gained some proficiency with these chords, apply them to a piece of music that you like or that you'll enjoy learning. It's actually pretty easy to get stuck in the exercises, and I actually see a lot of that in my clients. These exercises are structured, they're clean. It's good stuff. But it's crazy how often we forget to actually apply the skills that these exercises are meant to impart. Maybe you're already working towards a song and the chords that you picked are in the song and that's why you're using them. And in case that's awesome. You're already ahead of the picture here. The picture? The game. Whatever. If not, you're gonna have to find a song that uses them. That really shouldn't be hard, especially if you're a beginner and you're just working on these open chords. These open chords are everywhere in all types of music. It's not gonna be a problem, I promise. Go to a part of the song that has the least amount happening over it, as much of just the progression as you can get, and practice playing along to it. What's so important here is that you're practicing the switch in context. It's not just you doing it on your own, either to a click or to your own rhythm. You're doing it to someone else's rhythm. You're doing it to someone else's song. You have to pay attention to what's going on and play the music. That's hard, but that's the last step. And that's what makes you able to perform this stuff in real time. I always like to play from the beginning of the section or phrase when practicing along to a song because it allows me to get a better idea of how things should be performed musically. What's the strum? What are the dynamics? That type of stuff. The only reason we're doing any of this chord switching to begin with is so that we're able to play music. We want to be able to play and perform the songs that we learn. The only way to gain performance skills is to practice performing. This is something I explain to all of my clients, all of my students, and it's crazy how foreign a concept it is for some people. Wait, you mean I have to play along to the thing? Why should I do that? So that you're playing music, bro. Play some music. That's why we're doing this. More than anything else, it just feels good to play music. This is what we dream about when we're thinking about learning an instrument. Let's give ourselves that as soon as possible. This is how. Really quickly, I want to go over all of what I just did with an example. The example I'm going to use is the song Nutshell by Alice in Chains. So that's the main progression there. That's like mostly what's going on, those changes. We're doing an E minor 7 over B, going to a G, and then going to a D, and then a C, right? Great. So the way we start off with this is just doing them one strum each. Moderate in terms of speed. Right? Great. Then we take it to the next step. Vary the speed a little bit. We're gonna go really, really slow, really, really fast. So let's start slow. And then we do it fast. You switch between that 3 or 4 times. Then we bring it back into the song. In this case, this progression is repeated quite a bit. So all I really have to do is play the song and go through it as part of the music. Right? Again. Practice it with the recording as it's played and as it's performed. So you can practice performing it. So what you can do is actually play the whole song. And that's gonna be super fun no matter what song you're playing. There you have it. That's how you can improve your guitar chord transitions or transitions, Jesus. Or if you're a keyboardist, you're doing keyboard chord transitions as well. You can do the exact same technique on a keyboard or on a flute or on anything that you need to use your fingers and move them to different positions. This will work for that. Doesn't have to be just on guitar. Use high intensity chord switching to switch between the chords you need to practice or between the fingerings you need to practice. Do that 20 or 30 or 40 times. Get between them, practice the basic motion. Next, you want to start to vary the tempo, change up the speed, do it really, really fast, really, really slow. Focus on just getting there as quickly as possible so it feels really, really simple, really, really easy, really, really quick. Right? And then go crazy, 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 super slow-mo so you can focus on the actual movement, on the efficiency of the movement, and on the overall sound at the end. Finally, make sure you actually apply this stuff to a song so you can actually play and perform music and not just get really, really good at moving from G to D. If you're ready to tackle writing a song of your own, check out my 3-step song starter. It's designed to help you get up and running with a song in no time. Actually, a little bit of time, like a few minutes. This is so helpful, even for seasoned writers who just want a little bit of help getting something started. Starting music is hard. Here's something to make that a little bit easier. Head to justwritemusic.com/songstarter to get your free copy. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. Thanks so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think about chord switching? Are you like, this was easy, this was lame, why did you make this video? Let me know. Or were you like, dude, this helped a ton? I don't know. I think it's gonna help a ton because I've literally done this for all my clients, all my beginner clients, and it works great. So go ahead and try it out. Thanks so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I'm Avi, and don't forget to be awesome.